Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echoed through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shedding crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echoed through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. When Drogba's fired Aretha's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue, through the silence and the roar. Still blue, even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name.
Wake up, it's a blue morning show, where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, sleep Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Start the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, loud, loud.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. Thank you once again. We have a few items, or maybe a lot. I didn't count, but I'd say a lot to talk about. We'll talk about Garnacho to Chelsea. We'll talk about Xavi Simons' potential swap deal where Christopher Nkunku goes the other direction, and Xavi Simons joins Chelsea, Nicolas Jackson to Newcastle United, and a whole lot of items we have lined up. And you know how we operate, even if it's not much, because we keep it interactive here. It's about you, it's about the panelists. Chances are would talk a lot about the little we have lined up. All we ask of you just to keep the topics aligned. You have every right to have a good conversation with a community member there. We actually do encourage that. So thank you. Without wasting much of your time, I'm going to say hello to those in the chat already before we continue. One Love says away with Julius. Nice to see you away with Julius. Thank you. It's been a minute. I do hope you're doing well. And bro, how are you doing? That's the truth. Bo Ekomog Akataka. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Up to Charles, my dear friends. That's my bro. Zion from the Blue Clouds Media. I appreciate you finding the time to come say hello to your brother. I too hope you're doing well. Thank you. Much love to you. Hopefully we'll find time to, do some collaboration as soon as possible. Yes, people, more likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the show, and the likes that do go a long way. We have 49 people following the show on YouTube. When we have just 3 likes, I think we should be doing a lot better than that. At least if half of you like the video, would have at least 20 likes. But I get it because we're streaming in a vertical format. It's usually not easy to find the like. But here's what you do. Press and hold your screen for just about a second. Then you see the bells and whistles, including the like, a share, and a way to join the discussion live. But please help us garner more likes. We sincerely do appreciate that. And we have Sharif Newas. Is that Newas? Is that how you pronounce your name? Apologies if I butchered your last name. He says, Rodrigo will go to Chelsea or not. No, Rodrigo to Chelsea will not happen. I think we're actually loaded in that area. And we have a lot of wingers. Plus, next season, Quenda joins. An excellent player, broken a lot of records at just the age. How old is he actually? But he's still a teenager. So Rodrigo, for his salary, we've always known that, it'd be difficult to sign it. Donnarumma to Chelsea, here we go. Fabrice Hawkins has confirmed. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Here's something that I want to say quickly before we start addressing the items we have lined up, because once we get into that, you please try as much as you can to keep the topics aligned. Otherwise, I will assume you're having a very good conversation with a community member, and we do encourage that. Hey, the rumor to Chelsea is not going to happen. First of all, his salary is a huge problem, and he's not that good with his feet. Not actually good enough with his feet. Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper, much better shot stopper, in my opinion. Go check it, compare their numbers, and I think we've done that here before. Gideon Cliver, one of my favorite strikers. That last name there, I love it. Go do your homework. I think Robert Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper than Donnarumma, actually. Why do you think PSG are ditching him? If he was that good, even though they won the Champions League, League One, and everything they won, they're still ditching him. That's because it's not good enough. Yeah. But that's fine. We keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes that do go a long way. 96 people following the show on YouTube. But why are we just on 3 likes? We can do a lot better than that. And apologies. Remember, once we start, the season starts, we'd have, again, we'd be streaming in a landscape format, because we'd be doing something like a lineup prediction exercise or match previews, where we usually look at numbers. But please bear with us as we continue with the vertical format. take a second, drop a like on the video for us. Help us garner more likes. 107 people following the show on YouTube, but just 3 likes. We can do a lot better than that. Maybe I'm not seeing the right number there. Maybe I need to do a refresh. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. So without wasting much of your time, I think it's important that we start addressing the items we have lined up. And it looks like I have I forgot who goes by that name, eyewitness. But that's, by the way. We have a TV in the house. Oh, my bro, you see what you do to yourself when you make yourself a stranger. Barry. All right. Gideon Clever said, one now, but you see what you did to yourself. You're a stranger now. You see. All right. Nee is saying, I agree that we will not. Okay, he will not be happy, and I don't want Donnarumma at the club. He is full of money issues. Plus, he's not. He's not. Believe me, Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper, but that's just my opinion anyway. Good luck, Liverpool fan. Thank you so much, Kami. A lot of signings. You guys have been spending like you mint money. But good luck to you too. Sharif Newer says that Rodrigo. Okay, is the player. Okay, huge rumor on everything you said there. Apologies, I can't quite figure out what you're trying to say there. I don't mean to skip your comment, but welcome, feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it simple. So, without wasting much of your time, we will go into addressing the items we have lined up here. And okay, ODG of Hype said Nigeria love. Much love to you, to my Nigeria brother. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Blues for life, indeed, indeed. So let's start addressing the items we have lined up here without wasting much of your time. The first one, Renato Veiga will not return to Chelsea's first team squad despite Colwell's injury, and is expected to be sold for substantial profit this summer. No surprises there. I've always known that what we heard at the time, the moment Levi Colwill got injured, the things we were hearing at the time were all rumors. I think he's burned the bridge. He burned the bridge that could have led him back to the bridge had he not gone to Milan when we needed him, because the manager was all clear that he wants him to stay. He likes him, but he persisted, and I don't blame him, truthfully, because he had to do what he had to do for his own good. He had to go to Juventus, where he gets to play as a centre back. That way, he'd have a path to the Portuguese national team. So I don't blame him. Tobago, thank you for joining me on the panel. I do hope you're doing well. Your thoughts on Renato Veiga not being considered, given the absence or the injury of Levi Colwill? I don't think we should actually buy a centre back, in my opinion. But let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think the bridge is burned between the club and the player side, so no need to keep him.
And here's the thing, actually, he burned the bridge and burned, you could say, the ground where there could have been the possibility to build another bridge. Honestly, I love him, but I wasn't happy. But go ahead.
Yeah, same here. I love him, but I was not happy. He should have stayed. That's why, like you see, Nkunku is more respected, because even though he was not getting enough game time, but he didn't push to move to another club. That's why they kept him so long. Even the Club World Cup, he was there, playing there and there. So overall, man, let's sell him, man. And also, like coach, I don't think we should sign another centre back.
I don't
Let's
think we should. Yeah.
let's see what will happen from now before the deadline day. If another centre back get an injury, yes, definitely we do need one.
I did say something where, before I go to eyewitness, something where Simon Phillips said, he did say something to the effect of, the manager made a request, a public request for a centre back. But my point is this: what I want to say is this, by referencing that, is this: if we end up deciding not to sign a center back, it'd be because they all sat down, discussed whether whether we have a solution in house, and figured, yeah, we do have wouldn't be because they don't want to sign one for the manager when he wants one. I don't see that happening. He's done well, and I think everything we've seen so far points to the fact that they want to back him, and I'm happy. But that's, by the way, I don't want to dwell on that. It's, how they are on X. It's okay. The go to Chelsea. Osimhen is not to Chelsea. It's not gonna happen. I hope my brain don't fry trying to figure out what you're saying there. Adam F. Young, thank you, Calabar bro. There, I can guess that, and I think I guessed that right. Has there any chance to Chelsea to become a champions? The possibility is there, but if we sign Xavi Simons, come ask me that question again. If we Xavi Simons go across the line, has Chelsea signed? No, not quite, but the negotiation is still ongoing, and according to Fabrizio Romano, advanced stages. So that's just me quoting him. I'm not sure where we're at with that, but it looks like we really do want to sign the player. Eyewitness, Barry, your thoughts. I don't know if you have anything to say about Renato Veiga's situation. I would have loved him to stay at the club, but I think in my opinion, I like what the club, what Chelsea are doing. I mean, if you're not committed, you're better have gone. That's just my opinion, but let's say you.
Yeah, Coachella. I really trust our board. I don't even have anything to say. I don't even have their this thing. If they want any player they like to bring, I trust them. I trust their recruitment.
Mhm.
They have been good. Before I used to, doubt them, but now it seems they are doing well. Any person they'd like to bring, I'm in support of it. They are doing good. I don't
I
have any player that okay, this is the best one. This
yeah,
is the best or this is not the best. I just trust their recruitment.
yeah. You're one of the. You can say, how do I phrase it? I follow you, so I do see when you get pissed at them. My goodness, you do have a go at them a lot. but all good.
Yeah, they are doing well. If you see their recruitment, they are doing well. Before I used to doubt them, especially when they wanted to sign Cole Palmer. I was like, what's he gonna do? But now at least I know that okay, they are doing fine. I trust their recruitment. I trust them.
I do
I
trust them.
don't bother any bus they want to try and sign. It's
And
okay for me.
And I think a lot of people have started to trust them. I think they've proven that they know exactly what they're doing. They've made mistakes in the past, but I think maybe they've learned from their mistakes. And I wouldn't call that actually mistakes. Uh, because of the plan at the time, I think they were signing more experienced players on a very very each of them on a high salary, and then it became PSR
Yeah,
FFP became an issue, so they started selling them.
yeah.
That made it seem as if they made a huge mistake. It wasn't actually that much of a mistake. Actually, had those players stayed and played one more season together, I think they'd be doing well by now. But I'm glad and I'm happy with the direction we're going. Go ahead if you wanted to say something else.
No, there's nothing I
Okay.
want to say. But the thing is that our board they are doing well now. I trust them
Mhm.
maximum like 100%. I trust them. I trust what they're doing. And Chelsea is going towards a right direction. So I'm happy. I'm happy with them.
Yeah.
Even as Simon, if they want to sign Simon, I'm good. Garnacho, I'm good. Any person they want to sign, I'm good with them.
They
That's
know what
just
they're
it.
doing. Yeah, if anything, even they know how to. You can say, if we see, like for instance, Jean Felix was an opportunistic signing. That may well be the case for Garnacho. If it doesn't work out, we get to sell him for a good price. Honestly, let's see. Because
Exactly.
he's
That's
still very
another
young.
thing. That's
Yeah,
another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. They will sign you very young. If you didn't go well, they will sell you. They will sell you in a better with a better price. That's just it.
yeah. They don't sign players for the sake of it these days. Every player was signed calculated. They don't just go into the market and start signing players. Adim has Chelsea signed Garnacho, not yet, but it looks like it will happen eventually. Chelsea for life, Ibrahim Kadil, thank you for joining the show. I sincerely do appreciate you. Good morning. Abubarika Kamara. Listen, if today's your first time here, fill our home, express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it civil. Here, your opinion matters. So many wingers for Chelsea is concerning. Not concerning. I don't think we have too many at the moment. We don't. Let's count them. Right now we have Pedro Neto, Jamie Gittins, Quenda Comin, Ganacho. That's four. Who am I missing? Did I miss anybody? So I wouldn't say we have too many actually. Probably we still do need
Mm.
one more. Go ahead. Were you saying something? All right. Next item we have here, and we have our senior panelists here. Bobby is in the house. Bobby, thank you so much for finding the time to be part of the conversation. Sincerely do appreciate you. The second item reads Chelsea step up talks for Alejandro Garnacho. Club to club discussions with Manchester United are now well underway. Garnacho only wants Chelsea. He went to the extent of saying something to the effect of I see that he joins Chelsea or he sits and not play for 6 months plus something. Correct me if I don't want to misquote him, but something to that effect exactly. I like it that he wants to join us. I'm not concerned the fact he's told them, sell me to Chelsea. No one else. Otherwise, I will sit here for 6 months plus and not play. I don't care. And I listen. He's gonna leave Manchester United a kid. At Chelsea, he will become a man. I think if you've been paying attention, you'd know that it's been chaotic there at United. It's not just him. His case is not in isolation. There's the case of Anthony. There's the case of Jadon Sancho. There's the case of the Englishman who now plays for Barcelona. I think he's on loan. Marcus Rashford. So I don't know why people are singling him out. And he's a kid. He's just 20, isn't he? At most 21. So I'm not concerned about his behavior, and I think there's a good player in there. And who's to say that he comes to Chelsea and not explode? And as Bobby would say, be ripping up trees. But Bobby, big up to you and thank you for joining the panel. Garnacho really does want to come to Chelsea, and that's one of the items we have. That particular topic. This one here reads: Chelsea are not inclined to simply meet Manchester United's valuation of Alejandro Garnacho. It's common sense. The player wants to leave, and he's made it clear he wants to go to Chelsea and nowhere else. Even though his former boss at United in the bald Dutchman, what's his name, Eric Ten Hag, they've given him a call. And he told them no, he wants to remain in the Premier League. And to be more specific, he wants to join Chelsea Football Club. That makes me happy, and I'm happy he wants to come to us. I don't know. I've listened to people, and in most cases, when you ask them, yeah, if you say he has attitude issue, can you tell me? Mention something that he's done that you don't like, except that you can say the most they did that I've heard them say is his brother's behavior. His 16-year-old brother. I can't say these enough, but at some point I'll start talking about it. I think people they've realized, yeah, that definitely we're getting that deal across the line. They'd have no option but to support the player the moment he becomes a Chelsea player. Chelsea tries to hijack who? Alvarez to kill the city. Okay, who says? Let's see, what else we have here? Bobby, let's hear your thoughts. Alejandro Garnacho, he really does want to come to Chelsea.
Hmm. Oh, sorry, I was drinking water.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, coach, I always try to get to the preseason games that Chelsea roll out just before the league starts.
Hmm.
Even if it's not them, if wherever when we're in the community shields, I like to get to go there. Now, on this instance, I actually went as a full spectator. I didn't go working, so I could fully focus. I was on the west stand lower, the lower west stand, which is really close to the pitch, and I could see everything.
Mm.
Look, Chelsea have perhaps one of the most talented squads in the world. Seriously, those kids are extremely good. We have some key areas that need to stay fit. Reece James is an absolute monster. He needs to be fit. We need to take care of Reece James because Reece James is fundamental to anything Chelsea do. I keep reiterating to fans and all these media people that actually hate Chelsea
that the problem with Chelsea's project has been fitness. We derailed last season. I think we could have continued our challenge for the top spot with Liverpool had
Hmm.
we kept our players fit. We were so injury ridden, and then the calamity of losing both the strikers we had just completely put the squad out of joint. Now we seem a little bit fitter. As far as Garnacho is concerned, I was a little
What
bit.
happened? Did we lose Bobby?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
Yeah,
you,
me?
yeah, yeah,
Bobby.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking. Um,
yeah. I can
um,
hear you. If yeah,
as far as Garnacho is concerned, I can't say I'm fully versed with Garnacho, but I can understand what the sporting directors and the coach is doing. We desperately need squad depth. Desperately. On that wing position, I like Jamie Gittens. Gittens is very good. He has a lot of good footwork, but Jamie's lightweight. His shooting needs improving, and he's not a player that's going to be playing for you game in, game out in every game. There needs to be rotation there in that wing, and there needs to be backup. In terms of the whole front line, I can understand the targets. Looking for Xavi Simons, which, if he's the player you say he is, he's going to fit right in. Esteval, also another one, excellent player, very, very young. And that's the one thing you will notice when you see these guys, how young they are. I mean, they're children.
hmm
Very young, can be lightweight, very dangerous, very fast, very intelligent, but that rotation needs to be there. When Chalobah came off and we brought on Josh Achimpong, another one, excellent player, but you can see he needs to work on his physicality. He's quite a skinny kid.
I think
And
Josh will eventually leave. He said we've heard that he wants to leave actually, and the club understands why. I think you did hear that from Fabrizio Romano, didn't you?
I didn't hear that one. No,
Yeah,
I,
I
I
heard
Talking
don't.
that.
about
Yeah,
Tarek George.
Sorry?
yeah. Tariq Judge, right?
Yeah, Tarek George, not Achampong.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
did he
not
say
talking
Chimpong?
about.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, Achimpong shouldn't go anywhere.
He's
I
not
wouldn't
going.
under.
If he goes, if they even if they send him out on loan, I will riot.
Coach, keep quiet with your this person going, this person going. Let me land and
All
finish
right, go
what I'm
ahead,
saying.
Bobby.
So, uh, hello,
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
hello.
I can hear you, Bobby. Although you're breaking up. Yeah, I think he lost a connection there. Go ahead, Tabitha. Anything else you want to say about Garnacho to Chelsea? We will wait for Bobby. If he comes back, we'll let him speak because he was still talking before his connection went off. If you're still there, Tabitha.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. In terms of Garnacho to Chelsea, you know my opinion about him. I didn't want him at first, but again, since the club is pushing to sign him, and they see something that we don't see, right? So I accepted that. Garnacho wants to come to Chelsea. Chelsea wants him, so it's a relationship building there already. So
Which
hopefully,
also, which in turn means the manager wants him too.
exactly. We saw. I know people are saying Fabrizio Romano sometimes is a fully flop, those kind of things. But again, Fabrizio Romano mentioned that the coach really likes him. So clearly, this is something that we don't see in him. So let's give the board, the owners, the sporting directors a chance. Let's see what will happen in terms of Garnacho. So that's why right now, even call out people on X. Look, I know you don't like the player, but again, the club wants him. Let's support the club decision, and then if it doesn't work out, you can go and call them out. It's okay.
Yeah, Bobby, you're back. Go ahead. You were speaking. It looks like your connection isn't stable.
Yeah, it's just at the I'll change device soon. It's just when I'm talking on my phone and somebody phones me, it cuts me out. Um, yeah, can you hear me
Oh,
now?
you got a call. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we can hear crystal clear.
So I was there running the rule over these guys, and the beauty of watching a preseason is because of the number of substitutions. So you can get a feel for the entire squad. We need additions. The left centre back position left to me. I can understand what Fabrizio Enzo Maresca might be doing in terms of keeping the players he's got, but I would feel more comfortable if we either put Renato Veiga there or get somebody in. Now, you might ask, okay, where does that leave Josh? Yeah, there are many areas in and around the entire back line that Josh can play, but I think our watchword for the coming season has to be strength in depth. We need depth. These kids, all of them, cannot play a full season. Even Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is going to need to be rotated. Hence the whole Esteval thing. Palmer, if I had any criticism of his, is his hesitation to shoot when he has the opportunity. He did well. He hit the crossbar with a free kick. There was one kind of scissor kick he did, which okay, we'll let him have that one. But there were times where there was the shooting opportunity and he wouldn't take it. Okay, it's a friendly game, so we'll let that ride. But we need that rotational thing. The strikers, Delap and Jao Pedro, that seems to be sorted. Look, this is a very, very formidable team. It is a formidable team, but we can't relax. We can't go saying, "Oh, we don't need this player. Oh, we don't want." No, let's complete the squad now. Garnacho, okay. If the sporting directors and the manager has seen something, let them cook. They're preparing the gravy. Let them make that gravy. Let him come. There will be times for him to play because Gittens isn't gonna be playing week in, week out. He's a kid.
Nobody plays week in week out. A lot of games.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can see it. He's a kid. He's lightweight. He's going to need rotating. We have five substitutions that can be made. We need that squad depth. Simmons, I go with you guys. We need that sort of orchestrator sometimes in front. I have to say, I ran the rule on Andre Santos a lot. I was watching him a lot because I wanted to really get a feel for what that kid is about. And I will tell you that Andre Santos, Dario Asugo are untouchables. They should never be anybody who even so much as suggests anything about those guys going anywhere apart from staying at Chelsea. I will gladly go to war with them. They are excellent players. They add to the squad depth. They're very, very young. They don't need to be the main players yet, but they will be with time. Enzo Fernandez, I can understand why there's so much faith in it. Look, we have to be proud of this team, coach, and Tobago.
I've always been proud of them,
You
and I
know,
think you know
this,
that.
this this is a serious, serious team. Just watch them in the flesh. My God, the way they move the ball, their turns, their tactics. Sometimes they'll suck you in, then they'll hit you on the break, they'll slow down. Do you know that game? Do you know what happened to us that game? Probably that wasn't a good thing, that red card. The red card confused them because they wanted to toy with Milan. When they became so superior to Milan, and that's something they have to learn, they didn't know what to do. So they were easily walking into the Milan area, and because Milan, typical Allegri, started playing defense, low block, looking for the counter attack. Look, when by the second half they slightly got used to playing against 10 men, they took over the game again. Honestly, I could talk forever about that team. The only another area that I noticed some lapsities, I don't know whether it was deliberate, I don't know whether it's a ploy, but it's a dangerous ploy, was on the right back area. Reece James often left space for their wingers to go to, and he had to recover a lot. Now, it's pre-season, but I wouldn't like to see that against a team like Crystal Palace, who we all know should never be taken for granted. So, that's just it. If they want Garnacho, bring Garnacho. That's all I say.
Yeah.
We need that rotation in the squad.
Yeah. Again, the unfortunate thing is that when you ask people what has it done, what has it done uh, wrong that you don't want Chelsea to sign him, you hardly get anybody mentioned. Nobody actually. I haven't heard anybody say, "Yeah, he's done this, done that," except bring up his younger brother's behavior on social media. But that's by the way, as I've said
Sometimes
before.
people say things
Yeah.
because everybody else is saying it.
Exactly, herd mentality. Just
Yeah.
as I've said before, we live in the social media times, or I don't know how else to phrase that, but you get the point, where people want to be part of a campaign, irrespective of whether it makes sense or not. It's easy just to start pushing hashtags and all that. But that's by the way. And we have Shitadri Taco. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. And Ebere Akuonya. Why can I not pronounce? Why am I not able to pronounce that last name, even though it's of my again Akuonya? But we'll talk about that later. Achimpong is going nowhere. I know that. I don't think he's going in. Maresca loves him, and he's an excellent footballer. Reads the game very well. Not the most physical, but he will get there as he matures, trains more. He will become even more physical. His thing. I'm a sucker for intelligent footballers, and that's the first thing I saw in
No,
him that attracted me to the way he plays. He
he
can,
he he. Coach Achipong needs a bit more muscle mass for
yeah.
sure.
That
He's a
eventually he will get
brilliant
there.
player, but
He
yeah,
will
he
get
will.
there
He's a
because
kid. These
yeah,
guys, you can see 18-year-olds,
yeah,
19-year-olds. I have kids that age. I took
yeah,
one of them to watch the game.
yeah.
So boy, but they are talented,
They are.
seriously talented.
Yeah. I mean, we don't lack talent. It's just we've had three bad managers before Enzo Maresca. But that's by the way, Achapong is going nowhere, and I believe that. Eberet, thank you for saying that. Antonio Silva to join Chelsea, not too sure. And I'm not even sure if we're looking to sign another CB because we have numbers in that department. I think the manager, chances are, we we still would may, you never know, sign one, but we are retracting what he said publicly with regards to signing the center back being a priority. Chances are we're retracting that because we don't want to come across as desperate and then leading to the selling clubs asking an arm and a leg, for lack of a more specific term there, but you get the gist. But let's see what happens. Who replaces Levi Colwill? I don't think, in all honesty, just put aside what I've just said, or what I said a few minutes or a minute ago or a few seconds ago. I don't think we necessarily need to sign another centre back. Fofana his return. Maybe we're serious about signing another centre back because we don't trust him to stay fit. I don't know. But if we go into the season without signing another centre back, I think we'd be all right. Hato can actually Hato, not Hato, can actually operate at the centre back. So, but let's see what happens. Um, Stephen Moore says, I don't mind him, Garnacho, coming to Chelsea as long as he has no attitude problems. Leave them behind at Old Trafford. I don't think he has attitude issues. Why would Ten Hag be reaching out trying to get him to sign for Leverkusen? It's just that he prefers staying in the Premier League. To be more specific, he prefers joining Chelsea. If he has an attitude issue, I don't think Ten Hag would be reaching out to him. It just look. I'm going to say something I've already said before. It's been chaotic at Manchester United for 4 years plus right now. They've been, as Bobby was saying, they've been killing the careers of the young players that have been signing for a while now. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go a long way. We have 88 people watching, and we have just 12 likes. We can do a lot better than that. At least if half of you like the video, we'll have about 40 likes. So let's get the likes up. I get it because we're streaming in a vertical format. Usually people don't see it. So press and hold your screen for just about a second. Then you see the bells and whistles options to like, share, and join the conversation. And we have Olushola Johnson says, and the boy Achimbong is an asset, an excellent footballer, intelligent. He slots wherever you charge him to play on the pitch. He slots seamlessly. He's that good, really. But I think he stays. And Maresca, he loves the kid. Big up to you, to AB. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. And Patrick is back again. It's been a minute, Patrick. I hope your absence simply means that you've been busy. If that's the case, we'll have. I'm not sure what's happening to my system here. A lot of stuff installed. So, good. If you can continue talking, let me find a solution to what's going on here.
Okay, no problem.
Tabejo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me right? Bobby?
Oh my gosh, I don't like this.
Bobby, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's like we've been saying, right? In terms of Garnacho, I think Garnacho will surprise a lot of people at Chelsea, especially our Chelsea fans.
All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you're in the chat and you can still hear me, please do let me know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm not
I can hear you, Bobby.
sure. I have a lot to install in
Oh
this
man. Sorry about that, coach.
machine. So uh, usually, and I
Coach is
think
breaking up a lot.
I
Yeah, it's waking up a
forgot
lot.
to
I don't know what happened to his
shut a
system.
few
Oh man.
of them
So
off.
so so
So it's
so
causing
so Bobby.
the screen to freeze, and I can't actually click on your comment
Come on.
No
to
one else can
read
talk
them.
while he's talking because it will just be
Uh,
chaos. Coach, you're
but
Yeah,
breaking up a
let's
lot. If you can
see
hear us.
if it
yeah. Let me just send him a DM.
changes. But keep dropping the likes and the likes do go a long way. Uh, uh, I saw a bit of a movement there, which is a good sign. Let's see. So, Patrick, nice to see you. And
Okay then. Bobby, right? I was talking about Alejandro Garnacho. So overall, I was just saying, I think you'll surprise a lot of fans, especially Chelsea fans. We just need to give him love, appreciate him because the club wants him, and nothing we can do, right? And also, Bobby, another thing, since you went to the Stamford Bridge, watch the game. So, what are your thoughts about the performance of Liam Delap and João Pedro?
I think we've got our strikers to be good. We've got our boys. Those guys are the real deal. We have always lacked, well, for the past few seasons, we've lacked strikers that know how to score. And these guys certainly know how to score. They've got good movement, they've got an eye for a goal, they have the physicality, they have the speed. They're two very different types of strikers. It's a shame that Jackson cowered it out of it and didn't want to come in and compete with them. I still think there was a place for him, but since he wants to go now, that's fine. Um, it makes it easier on them because there's less competition in a way, apart from each other, and the competition amongst the two of them is very healthy. No, they were very impressive.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you what you call you saw the goal, right? Lem Deleb's goal, the second goal that he scored. What are your thoughts about that? That was powerful,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I saw it. I was right there. I was at the lower West Stand 7, which is the part of the pitch where that goal was. So I saw it up close and personal, and it was he took the ball well. A fantastic pass from Santos, coming from a pass from Gusto. Gusto is another player that really impressed me. As I keep saying, and I can't say enough, we have a team, but we need squad depth because it is the squad depth that's going to give us longevity for the season and help us not have injuries. Um, because the players will be able to rotate. And if, God forbid, any of them are injured or suspended, we will have a ready replacement and a seamless replacement. The thing that impressed me a lot was when the substitutions were made, the quality, the pace, and the standard didn't drop. Even when we brought on people like what's the name of the kid we brought on? Oh gosh, I've forgotten it. Um,
It was.
Reggie Walsh. He came in, he fitted in perfectly. And of course, Tyreek George, who has been with us already. Yeah, I just think we have a team that, dare I say it, can go all the way. If we keep that squad in depth, we can go all the way. We're going to surprise people.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bobby. I think we have a fantastic squad. And also, I was just saying something, right? And also, guys on the chat, just wait for coach to come back so that we can share the news updates on the screen because right now I can't just say give you updates while we are not reading it. So it might be confusing. So let's just wait for Coachella to fix the system while we are talking about Chelsea. So, yeah, bear in mind, coach is just fixing the system, will be okay. And I was just saying this, right, Bobby? I was watching Cole Palmer closely during those games, right? I think Enzo Maresca gave Cole Palmer a new role, a free role, because now we have Estaval, we have João Pedro, we have Lem Dilep, who can score goals. We don't depend a lot on Cole Palmer anymore. I was just seeing him like whipping the pass left and right. I was like, wow, 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 wow. This new role of Cole Palmer is going to punish a lot of teams because he will be unpredictable. He will be left, right, center, sometimes dropping deep. I think this role is perfect for him. So, what are your thoughts about it?
The power of Chelsea lies in its unpredictability. Um, Palmer now has help um, all over the pitch. So you're wasting your time ganging up on him and marking him and all that nonsense because you're just freeing up somebody else. I think the only thing people are going to do with us is what Allegri did, low block and counter attack. That's if there's any kind of weakness, I think we tend to leave too much space in the fullback areas. That needs to be addressed. But apart from that, Chelsea are a very, 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 very dangerous team. Very dangerous team all over the park. I think we have the right amount of physicality. I'm glad to see it. Our midfield boys aren't necessarily tall, but they have the physicality. It's so important in the Premier League, and we're going to need it against people like Palace and the likes that have big boys. We can stand up to that. Can we deal with crosses into the box? That's another area. Why I think maybe we should get that left centre back because Colwill was very helpful with that. And yes, we have Chalobah, we have Tosin, who are excellent players, but it's thin. I don't count Badiashile. I don't know that guy. I think he needs to go. I don't see what he brings to us. He's always injured. When he's on the pitch, he's full of mistakes.
Count Badiashile.
He and the Sassy need to move on.
I don't see what he brings
Which
to us.
centre back are you talking about that we need to?
Mistakes. Count Badiashile. Sassy need to move on.
I don't really know. Left to me, I would tell Renato Veiga to stay. I'll tell him to stay and be the left centre back. He wants to play centre back.
Vega has made up his mind to move. I don't think bringing people who has made up their mind back to the team will actually help the team because
I
since you have made
understand
up your mind.
that, but this was before the Levi Colwill situation. If a conversation has been had and he's still saying, my mind's made up, I really don't want to stay back, that's fine. And he'll have a lot of catching up to do anyway because he's not been playing with the team. So that's fine. He can go if that's the case. But if he's saying, look, hey, this is a World Cup season, for this season at least, I'll come in and show you what I can do, I would keep him if he says that. But let's see what happens. It doesn't look that way because if he was inclined to do that, he would have played in that friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
The truth remains he's our player. If we do need them, irrespective of how he left, even though the manager wanted him to stay, I think we'd still keep him. Look at the case of Trevor Chalobah. Everybody thought that was it. He was never going to play for Chelsea again. But we had issues. We had to call him back. And look at his own situation right now. But Viega's case,
Exactly.
I don't think. I
Exactly.
mean, no
You
grudges from
you
both
know,
parties, the club
Kochila,
and his camp. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
that Chalobah never pushed for to move, but
He didn't. Yeah.
he did.
No, he did not. He didn't.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
didn't.
Comparing him to.
Listen, let me be clear here. My opinion. If I've taken my time to look at this whole situation. I'd say before he went to Crystal Palace on loan, he didn't push to go out on loan. But when Bayern came
Yeah,
calling, because Tuchel was Bayern Munich's manager at the time, he did push to join. But the issue was that the club said at the time that if you want to leave, it has to be on a permanent. And Bayern weren't ready to sign him on a permanent. They wanted a loan deal plus maybe an option to buy. But let's go with the most recent, which he didn't push to join Crystal Palace on loan. I think he was forced out. Go ahead.
yeah. I think Chalobah is obedient. He's obedient and he's loyal to Chelsea. Unlike Vega, who was pushing to, okay, I want to start. I want to play this so and so wing, and if I will not play, let me leave. All those. Coaches are not. They don't like such players in their team, whereby you are not loyal to your coach and your club. So I don't think Maresca will like to keep Vega. That's my opinion on
Yeah, I
that.
don't
I
think he
don't
would
think
want to
Maresca would
keep
like to
him.
keep him.
It just wouldn't make sense to keep him. Honestly, he had actually, if he wanted to keep him, I think he would have taken him. He would have, you could say, participated in the Club World Cup. But yeah, already the manager, he had already made up his mind that that's it for him. He wanted him to stay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
You know. But that's by the way. So the Ganacho, we haven't read this particular report, but before I do that, apologies to all of you in the chat. I had a system issue, which is why at some point you stopped seeing me, but I believe I fixed it. A lot is installed. The bells and whistles, I call them. So it does every now and then slow down the system, or if I forgot, if I don't remember updating it the previous night before the show starts, mid show sometimes the update starts and it can slow down the whole process. But that's by the way. Let's give back the microphone to those of you in the chat to hear your opinion, knowing that yeah, Garnacho may well end up at Chelsea, and it looks like we'll get the deal across the line. I don't know where we stopped. I know I'm not going to read everything. I will skip quite a lot to get to the very bottom because, yeah, as much as I like to read your comment there, if I don't skip some, that'd be the only thing we do for the rest of the day. And yeah, uh, I think I've read that one, didn't I? I don't remember. Keep the sassy. Yeah, he's gone. Actually, we knew immediately the moment we hired Enzo Maresca that yeah he'd be one of those that be deemed surplus to requirement. That's because he panics under pressure. Under the slightest of pressure, he makes a primary school level mistakes. Derek and Blackie says, I don't think we signed a CB because and no serious senior player that's built for this system in the market right now. If we buy younger, we're blocking ways for younger players. And I think I've read something to that effect too, that they don't want to unsettle Josh Achiampong. And I think that's the correct decision. If we're looking for a left centre back, and we still have Badia Chile, and Yora Hato can also fulfill that role. Why sign one? Except if you sign one, that's a leader that brings a leadership, adds maybe to the number of leaders we have in our defensive line, then yeah, it will make sense. But let's see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised to see if the season starts and we don't and we end up not signing one more center back. What about Xavi? Please, I want to know. Still ongoing negotiations are ongoing, according to Fabrizio Romano, the transfer agent himself. Xavi, yep, you've heard that. What else do we have here? Dan Tonics Timothy says, how is Xavi going to cook with Parma? They both can start at the same time, but more importantly, Xavi he reduces the creative burden on Cole Palmer because he's an excellent creator himself. He's more of a traditional 10 actually than Palmer, but they're both fine creators. They're both not exactly the same. Xavi more physical than Palmer, I'd say, but he has excellent vision, excellent passing range, and something else you need to know about him. Usually, players that are as good as Xavi, usually they don't do a lot defensively, but Xavi contributes a lot defensively. Yep, and he's capable of orchestrating defense, splitting passes even from his own box. He has that sort of vision. He's not perfect, still young, but I think he's matured a lot. But yeah, I think we need him. He brings balance to our squad. We have a lot of players that are able to fulfill the number 10 role, but they are all players that are either deep line playmakers or maybe wingers that are capable of fulfilling the 10 role. But in Xavi, you have a player that's traditionally a 10, but capable of playing on either flanks as a winger. I hope that makes sense. Sharif says, yeah, thank you. Keep saying that. Is Xavi coming? I think he's coming. I think he's a priority signing for us, a target for us, so to speak. I think the manager understands that he brings balance. The directors they do too. But I think we're trying to not overspend, and I'm not concerned. Rumors did emerge yesterday that Man City, given the fact that they'll be selling, is it Savino? How'd you say his name? To what club? Is it Everton? Um,
Tottenham first.
Tottenham, yeah, Tottenham. That they'd probably move for Xavi. That they will probably hijack Xavi's deal. But here's the thing: something. Let me tell you something. Xavi wants to join Chelsea and Chelsea alone. Bayern were interested, Arsenal were interested, but they didn't persist because the player made it clear that he wants to join Chelsea. But people, it just the way social media, you could call them social media journalists or Junos, how they operate. They know if they say that, if they put out reports suggesting that Man City could hijack Xavi Simons to Chelsea, it is believable because it makes sense. They're losing a player to Tottenham, so getting one, saying that they'd move for or one that Chelsea we've been pushing to sign, it does make sense, and a lot of people will suck up to that. That's exactly what happened. Big up to you too, Shay Wendy. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for finding the time to join the conversation. Are you looking forward to a brand new Premier League season? I am. I am. We're much better than we were when the just concluded when the last season started. We're more of a unit. We're no longer Kopama FC. But he's become a better player too in so many ways. But a lot of people, the only time again they've been blaming Maresca, saying Maresca ruined Kopama. But I think that's down to lack of understanding of how football works. What happened actually? We became more of a unit than we were the previous season. So, but the season before, which was under Mauricio Pochettino, we had too many hero defining moments, and as good as Palmer was that particular season, he took the opportunities that came his way, and yeah, a lot of hero moments did come his way. Like the season under Pochettino, he took all of them. But if you understand football, you'd know at the time that it wasn't going to be like that forever. The more we become a unit, the less and less he would be a Cole Palmer FC. He'd be less and less a hero, but more of a team player, and that's exactly what he is right now. But despite the way, I digress. Let's see. Xavi, it will happen eventually. A big up to you to IB, everyone, including you, Coach. Part-time content creator, go away. I was forced into traveling with my family for a mini vacation. I enjoyed it, I have to be honest, and good rest actually. Florida, I don't usually like going there, so it was fun. But I enjoyed it this time. Patrick Joyce, okay, people having conversation there. Patrick, thank you for all the updates. If you're in the chat, pay attention to Patrick's contributions there. A lot of updates. Yeah, I don't know where he gets them from, but they're all usually correct. Trossard is expected to leave Arsenal this summer. It looks like it. They're ditching him just like they do every again new season. They ditch their much older players. Isaac Rotich is saying, or Isaac. This is not Isaac, actually. Isaac. It's pronounced Isaac. Guys, every player need time. Just compare Sanchez's first season and now. Yeah, he's become better. But that's by the way, I'm going to skip past a lot of your comments there so we can continue addressing the items we have lined up. Is that not why we bought Hato as an emergency left back and left centre back? No, I think we bought him strictly as a left back. Yeah, sorry about that. Bring me baby Cristiano Ronaldo Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho. I like him really. I know there's a good player in there. I was part of the herd, or maybe the crowd. Maybe I'm not sure how it's more. I need a more relatable language there, but I took my time. I took a step back and looked at everything and was like, "What am I doing?" You know. But that's by the way. This particular report from Liam Tuomi says that there's no sense of panic at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea feel no urgent need to delve into the summer transfer market to replace Colwill. This could mean two things. It could be the club not trying to come across as desperate to potential selling clubs. Because yeah, if that becomes the case, selling clubs will ask for a lot of money, knowing that yeah, we're desperate. It could mean that they've looked at the players we have and see that we can actually find a solution in house, which I think we should do. I don't think if we're signing a centre back, let it be like Mark Guehi. He brings a leadership. I don't in the left centre back position. I think we have three players who are capable of fulfilling that role effectively. I get it. We signed Hato strictly as a left back, but he played 24 no 23 24 season in that position, and yeah, I'm not sure why we should be looking to replace Colwell. I don't think we should be doing that. Um, Badiashile also, he's you could say kind of similar to Colwell in terms of passing range. Colwell much better passer of the ball than Badiashile. Uh, I'm not sure which of the two players is better aerially, but they're similar. They're the closest of all the players we have there. But I don't think we should be looking to replace him. If we're going to sign a centre back, let it be somebody like Gohi that brings the leadership. Um, but that's my opinion. But let's say you, Tabeho, if you're still there, your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with you, coach. I said it. No need for us to panic and buy a center back because it's still early. So now the transfer window is still open, right? So let's just wait for now until before the deadline day. If we do need a center back, I'm sure the club will do that before the deadline day. For now, we should not panic. Yes, I know most people who are saying Josh Achimpong is still not experienced, but again, he can get experience while playing. So for now, I think we're going to play Trevor Chalaba and Tosin Darabayoyo. Also, Fafana is getting back. That means we still cover the Fafana is one of our main players. So let's see. Let's see. For now, let's not panic. Let's give Tosin and Trevor Chalaba a chance. If it's not working out, okay, then we can go to the market. For now, let's not do that. And by
It
the
just
way,
wouldn't make sense to do that. What happens when he comes back?
and also, coach, right? We have sold Renato Veiga, Axel Disasi. What if those two players have been not sold yet? So we should integrate them to the team, and we brought another center back. What is that in terms of finance? It looks bad for us. So let's see for now until the end of the transfer window. If we still need a center back, cool, we can buy it. For now, don't panic. I don't like us doing panic buys. I hate it as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. But Barrett, let's hear your thoughts. Should we be looking to replace Levi Colwell? He's not gone. Just that he'd be out for you can say for nearly the entirety of the season, right? And there's no guarantee he comes back the same, unfortunately. But I think he will come back the same because he's still very young. I'd be concerned if it's again if he was in his late 20s, but he's still very young. He'd have time enough to overcome the psychological aspect of the you can say of the time he'd spend on the sidelines. But let's hear you, Ebere.
Yeah, it's very it's quite unfortunate that we'll miss Kowi for that long time. I don't when is he even I don't know when he will come back, but we still have defenders. We still have defenders. We have Chaloba, we have who again?
We
Hato,
have
we
Tosin,
have
Yorohato,
Tosin. But the thing is
Fofana.
that Fofana is not that reliable. That's it. It's not
Yeah, you
dependable.
can't trust
I
him. I
don't
agree.
know.
I
We
agree.
might say okay, let's not. Yes, we might say okay, let's not buy another. But Fofana is not reliable. But if we can get a new defender, it will not be bad though. It will not be bad. If
I
we can
mean,
get a new
but I
defender, it
don't
will not
think
be bad.
we should call. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If Corey comes back, better. Because in a club, when you have good defenders, defenders win you trophies. You know, when you have good defenders, if Corey comes back, if he performs better, he will, be reintegrated into the first 11. But that's just it. If we can get a new defender, better. That's just it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if we're saying like for like, I think very difficult, really. What was
No, the ACL injury, it will take a long time. It
yeah.
will take a long time, like months to
There's no
come back.
guarantee. There's
So
no guarantee he comes back the same.
yeah, that's just it. That's another thing. That's another thing. Eh? Because it will, we'll be looking at, his coming back will be at maybe around that September or October, you know, next year or something, or this year, I don't know.
I think around September. I
So,
did say something that said something to the effect of him that his return will be around September, that period, or
uh-huh.
August, something like that. But his thing, the saving grace is his age. He's still very young, so he still have time to deal with yeah, everything that comes with suffering an ACL injury. But go ahead. Sorry for
Coachella,
cutting you off. Yeah,
if you can get a new defender, is an experienced defender, it will be better because Achimpong, all these, they are still young. When you rely on Achimpong to, play we are going to play Champions League this season, this next season coming.
a lot of
So
games.
I
Yeah,
think we need, yes, I think we really need a new defender, uh, at least
But
an experienced one for that matter. Yeah, not
let,
just a defender, but a experienced one because we are going
hmm
let
to
me ask
play
you a question.
a lot of games. We play Champions League, we play FA Cup, we play Carling Cup, all those things. So I think we need a new defender, an experienced
we do.
one for that matter,
We
not
do.
just
We
a
do.
defender.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me ask you a question, coach, right?
Yeah.
For example, right, if we sign a defender and won't be able to sell Disasi and
hmm
Renato Vega, what does it mean for us in terms of business? Because we still need to integrate those players in order for their value to be the same or even higher. So what should we do if you sign a new center back? Will they play or stay on the bench or not do anything for 6 months or 12 months? So what are your thoughts about it?
It just wouldn't make sense, really, honestly. Yeah. Oh God. I don't know.
But I
Honestly,
don't think the defenders they are going to be sold though. They are going to be sold. Just that it's one step at a time. They are going to be sold. Disasi and
Disasi
Vega,
definitely.
they are still in the market.
Yeah.
They are still in the
But
market. Transfer window has not closed yet.
no,
Yeah,
about
Maresca,
3 weeks more.
Maresca,
So
transfer window has not closed
Mare-
yet.
Maresca will
So
not.
we are expecting.
go ahead, Bobby.
Maresca will not pick anybody that's not going to be in the squad. And if they haven't been sold, they'll sit outside and be training separately, just like he did with Sterling and Chilwell. And from
Yeah,
there,
but financially, it looks bad for us.
well, they're not on massive wages, are they? They're
They're
not
not. All of
exactly
them.
on
They're
big
not.
wages.
Except here's the thing, Bobby. Circumstances could lead to him, you know, reaching out, trying again, keeping one of them. You never know. But I think it take a lot. It takes something. It will take something very serious for him to decide. Okay, just like the case of Chalobah. You can't count that out. But I think if they will all be sold eventually.
Yeah, they
They
will.
will
I mean,
all
if
be
he keeps
sold.
anybody, it's going
Yeah.
to be Renato Vega. If he keeps any of
I
that
think
lot, it will
Anselmino.
be Vega.
I think Anselmino because he was there with the squad
Okay,
at the
yeah,
Club
yeah,
World
and he's
Cup,
been
and
playing.
he
Yeah,
did play a few minutes here and there. And he specialized in playing centrally in the back three, which you could argue. Although we do start games with what we here call the starting structure, but once the game starts, we usually have three center backs, and every other person contributes in the midfield area and the attacking area. But go ahead with what you were saying.
yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, Ansomina definitely. But the thing I have with Ansomina is, does he have enough physicality? I don't think
He
he does.
does. He
No,
does. Yeah.
I saw him on Sunday. He's a nice player. He's tidy, but there are a lot of very big strikers in the Premier League. You've got now new ones added. The Ekatikes of this world, and he's got to be better aerially. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens indeed. I don't think we're desperate right now, but if you're going by what Maresca said, you'd say we're desperate. But uh, um, let's see here. Good afternoon to you, to Emmanuel Peter Koku. Nice to see you. It's been a minute. Thank you for finding the time to join the conversation. And here we have IB saying Vega is done at the club. I think the same too. As much as I think we should keep him, I like him. Remember, Vega wanted out, just like a Felix making statements and how he would like to stay at, yeah, there on loan. Ship him out. They both did. They both of them made statements. The moment Vega got to Juventus, he was having fun and was, you could say, saying things that suggest that, yeah, he would like to actually stay at Juventus at the time. Jean Felix did the same, and you could argue the statements they made were the reasons the manager looked said, yeah, you know what, I'm done with you guys. It wasn't actually, you guys don't want to be part of the squad. You're not committed. Why keep you? And when I heard that Vega was disappointed that he wasn't part of the Club World Cup squad, I was like, duh. Wait, you're you were thinking when you're done with when you're done with your adventure at Juventus, you come back and then just they will let you in that easy. No, it wasn't going to be like that. So good luck to him. I still like him. I hope he succeeds. I like him because he's an intelligent player, very versatile too. But let's see. What else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. So, Bobby, here's the thing. I know this will interest you. Which we did talk about that a few minutes ago. It reads, Aaron and Salmino could be kept around this season if Maresca deems him ready. I think he's ready. I hope he keeps him. He can be physical. He's I'm gonna say this again. I'm a sucker for intelligent players. He's very intelligent. He's a very intelligent footballer. But let's see what happens. So, Bob, you see
I
the
think,
possibility is there.
yeah, the key word there is if Maresca deems him ready. I'm not saying he's not ready. I just, from watching him, have a few reservations about his physicality. But he has to learn and start somewhere. Um, he's not small, but he's not really that big. And in the Premier League, centre backs really need to be quite sizable because they're dealing with some very, very sizable opposition. So
Mm.
let's see what happens. That's all. I'm very open to it. If Maresca feels he can cope, let's see. But it'll be a bit of a tall order, in my opinion.
I'm a bit not too sure. It just occurred to me. I just remembered the manager saying openly that, yeah, we that the centre back is a priority for him, which you could interpret to uh, him not trusting and Salmino, or maybe, I mean, it's open to interpretation anyway. Maybe he's looking for a like for like replacement for Levi Colwill, knowing that he'll be out, you say, for the entirety of the coming season. But that's, by the way. Let's see what happens. I'm not
I don't,
concerned. I don't think.
I don't think I don't think
Yeah,
it's a
go ahead.
matter of not trusting Anselmino as such, using the word not trusting.
Hmm.
I think he's developing.
He is,
And
yeah.
just as the statement there said, if the manager thinks he's ready, he may not quite be ready. That's all. So I do think we need someone there. I do think we need to bring someone in. We can use Josh, but Josh can be used anywhere in the back line, even in midfield. I would rather see Josh used a bit more on the right back side because of the need to be resting Reece James quite a bit. So I think we do need a centre back, but we have to wait and see what they do.
Yeah, I'd be saying, I wonder if Felix and Viega have the same agent. I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I,
In the
I,
case of,
I, I support what you've said. All the things, all the antics of Vega. I think he may have burnt his bridge at Chelsea.
he did
You
burn the
know,
bridge, yeah.
that's just a little bit too much to fit him back in again, just like that.
Maresca likes him, actually, and he was very open about it. He like, you know, but yeah, he wanted him to stay. He didn't listen, you know. Let's see what else do we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Where are we? For Xavi Simons, 30 minutes ago, Vince quoting Fabrizio Romano, he reads an update. He reads Chelsea maintain active contacts for Xavi Simons among main targets, while they also negotiate for Garnacho. I think we're getting that deal eventually,
We're
and the
so
fact,
tired of hearing that, honestly.
yeah, no,
That's
it
all.
will happen eventually. It's complicated, Bobby, and you could
Yeah,
argue
yeah.
we don't want to overspend. And you've heard that last time we talked about it, we did discuss is that length that PSG they have a silent clause, which means and the fact that Leipzig paid 60 million euros plus, it'd be difficult to get them for anything. You say south of 16 million, it'd be enough, so maybe that's why it's complicated. But now we're hearing that they're interested in getting Nkunku. He played there. He was one of the best strikers in Germany at the time when he played for them. So it could end up being player plus cash. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But this particular report on the screen before I come to you reads that Chelsea forward Christopher Nkunku would be open to return to RB Leipzig this summer if his former club, if his former club's interest in a potential move advances. And we've heard, I think Fabrizio did say that himself, that they are interested in getting Nkunku back. And yeah, we want Xavi Simons. Maybe they will. Maybe a swap deal will happen. I'm not sure, but Bobby, let's hear you. Did we lose Bobby? Okay. Tebeho, if you're there, go ahead. It looks like Bobby isn't ready to speak now.
Yeah, in terms of a sub deal, I don't think sub deals like are simple because at the end of the day, the player wants to play in the Champions League in Kunku. So I think he will value other option first. If they're not working out, I think it's open to go to RB Leipzig again. But again, I saw the report saying that they only want him via loan. So I don't think that will help us as well. So let's see what will happen.
And
But
probably he's not going to be open to a reduced salary, right?
yes, that's another thing.
Wow.
So, but
It's
anyway,
not
let's
that
see.
straightforward. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, let's hope this help us. But again, after I saw that they want him via loan, ah man, I just lost hope.
Yeah, it's complicated, really, but I think they will get him. Maybe they will get Tariq George too. I heard they're interested in signing him also. But it's a good thing to hear that he'd be open to uh, rejoining them. The question is, would he also be open to take a pay cut? We want a Xavi. That's a Chrysanthus Saisi. I like that name, Chrysanthus Saisi. Thank you for joining the conversation. I think eventually we'll get the Xavi Siemens deal across the line. Patience is needed. Negotiations are involved, and it's never straightforward. Back and forth, a lot of details to iron out before, yeah, you get the deal. Let's see this one here. Contact between Chelsea and Leipzig for Xavi Simons continue. Siemens wants to go to Chelsea, and Chelsea maintain their contact with Leipzig active. The possibility to include Nkunku is a yes. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. So it's not going to be a straight swap deal, but Nkunku could be part of the deal. Maybe player plus cash. But I want this guy to come to Chelsea for reasons I've explained. He brings balance. If he joins us, he'll be the only player that's traditionally a 10, but capable of fulfilling playing on either flanks as a winger. Every other player we have that plays in the number 10 role for us, usually, yeah, wingers that are capable of fulfilling the 10 role. But he brings good balance. And as you've heard me talk about, as good as he is, he's excellent defensively. He contributes a lot defensively. He's not one of those players that, yeah, because they're really, really good, usually they like defensively. He's not that sort of player. I don't know, Bobby, anything you want to add to that before we move on to the next item? I think probably a few other items are the to address when we go news hunting. Tabela also his shows starts in 30 minutes, and I've redirected this particular show to be his show, which means that when we're done here, you'll be redirected to Behu's platform. And please, even if you don't want to stay, at least get there and drop a like on the video for him to help him garner more likes, which in turn triggers the YouTube algorithm and get it to push the stream to more people who'd be interested in the topics he has lined up. I don't know if you're there, Bobby. If you're there, if not, I'm gonna go to a better. Let's hear your thoughts on the
So
possibility.
what's up?
Okay, I was asking you your thoughts on the report we have on the screen. I don't know if you want me to read it for you.
Please.
Okay, he reads contacts between Chelsea and Leipzig. The same thing. Leipzig for Xavi Simons continues, but the second sentence I think uh, does introduce something that you know hasn't been talked about for a while with regards to the deal. It says Siemens wants to go to Chelsea and Chelsea maintain their maintain their contact. I think that he probably contact maintain their contact with Leipzig active. The possibility to include Nkunku is a yes, and Nkunku he said, if we're to believe the previous report, he said, yeah, he's open to rejoining Leipzig, which was when I said whether he'd be also open to a pay cut. But that's, by the way, it's important to note that, yeah, Leipzig want him. I think that makes it a lot easier, but let's hear you.
Well, the only thing I can say to all that is that if he wants to go to Leipzig and it can be included in the deal, get the deal done. I just really, I don't know what else to say. We've heard so much of this, like this, that it's just nothing else to say. Just get it done. I mean,
Yeah, it just phrased from a different phrased difference differently maybe, but the difference
exactly.
in this time is the possibility of a swap deal or maybe a player plus cash to get the deal done. Um, I think here's the thing. What gives me hope? Why this is important? I think the first sentence that says contact between, not that one. Simmons wants Chelsea. That part of the second paragraph is important because, yeah, rumors did emerge yesterday suggesting that Manchester City will hijack the Simmons to Chelsea deal. I didn't believe that at the time because I knew before time that, yeah, he's made it clear that he wants to join Chelsea and Chelsea alone. And just quickly, Cristiano Saisi, apologies, the machine or the AI that's policing the chat deleted your message. Maybe, I don't know, you used all caps, or maybe the frequency of your contribution because you're a newcomer here. It thinks you're spamming the live chat section. Apologies for that. But Bobby, go ahead if you were still speaking. Apologies.
No, I think as far as Siemens is concerned, all that's been said has been said. I don't know what else to add. They just need to get the deal done. If indeed Nkunku can be added to the deal, fine. Unless they're waiting for the Jackson deal. I don't know.
It does look like we're actually open to keeping Nicolas Jackson. Because I
Still,
read something to the effect of if the transfer window shuts and he's still here, that he will be integrated into the team.
fine. I
Yeah,
have no problem with that either.
he makes us strong.
He
He makes
does,
us stronger.
he
Yeah, he
does,
does
but
make
he
us
has to
stronger.
be
Yeah.
fully aware that he's going to rotate, and he'll probably hang on till January. I don't know. But you see, the market, people keep going on about, oh, everybody's looking at Jackson. Yeah, they want him on the cheap, and Chelsea shouldn't let him go on the cheap. I think that's absolutely wrong. We've set
And
our price, and we have
mhm.
to stick to it.
Yeah, and you could argue our valuation of Jackson for me is reflective of the fact that we're not looking to sell him, but we're open to selling him if he decides he's not ready to compete, which is how I see it. The fact that, yeah, he said that, yeah, he wants to leave shows that, yeah, he wants to be the main guy, and we're Chelsea Football Club. Even when we had Didier Drogba, we had Anelka, we had all that top strikers, some of the best in world football at the time. Did compete again for places in the but
Exactly.
if he wants to leave, up to him. Before I go to Iberi, let me read this here from Gentle Joe says, I think Xavi is who we think Nkunku would have been for us. Probably, but I think we signed Nkunku as a 9. Yeah, we signed him as a 9, not as a 10. Xavi, traditionally a 10, capable of fulfilling, playing on either flanks or playing as a winger. But possibly, yeah, chances are you're correct. But better, yeah, let's hear your thoughts. Go ahead, Bobby. It looks like Bobby
Yeah,
has
yeah.
something to
No,
say.
no,
Just
it's me,
let's.
coach.
Sorry.
It's me, not Bobby.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, before I give a better chance, Xavi Simons and Nkunku are two different players.
They're not the same.
Nkunku
Yeah.
not the same because Xavi is more creative and also as a winger. Nkunku is not a winger; it's more as a supporting striker. So Xavi Simons can play different roles. So I don't see them being similar players.
They're not even close. Like I see, I think I couldn't say it any better. Nkunku is more a second striker or a hybrid number 9, not even a winger actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what gives me what's a should I say makes me a little bit happy in this thing is okay, we are giving them Nkunku, and like okay, maybe we'll add money on it, because I don't think that I rate Xavi that much. I don't rate him that much, but I still stand on what I said. If our board wants him, the coach wants him, I want him too. But my happiness in this, if you can okay give them Nkuku and add money on it, that's a better deal for me.
And
That's
that's
it.
actually not gonna.
Nkuku,
That sounds easy, but it's very difficult because
but
would
Leipzig, you
Nkunku
said
want to?
Leipzig want.
Do you think he'd accept a pay cut? I don't think he will. But go ahead.
Uh, that's another thing, but for his own good, because if he stays, I don't think he will be having that much. I don't think he will have that time. Coach will give him that enough time that he need. That's just it. You need to go. In this, I don't know what though players, they need money. Sometimes money is their most motivating factor why playing,
I mean,
because in a
it's
situation
business. That's how they put food on the table. It's like every
yeah,
other job.
yeah,
It's just that
exactly,
in their
exactly.
case, they have followers, aka fans. You could say who sometimes dictate the way they live their lives, their respective lives, to a certain measure. But go ahead with what you were saying, bro. I apologize for cutting you off.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying if okay, he values his own career, because I don't know if they are looking for okay, this 2026 World Cup, whether they can perform well, whether they have enough time so that they can perform, whether eventually they will participate in it. If he really wants to participate in it, he puts it into consideration. Going to that Leipzig will be a better option for him, instead of okay, I want to still have my full salary, have my full wage. I will remain at Chelsea and play no part in
Yeah.
Chelsea next
Bayern,
season.
Bayern are also rumored to be interested in his signature, but asking price is the issue for them. They're not willing to meet Chelsea's valuation of Christopher Nkunku, and
And
it's
another
not
thing
like
is Jackson.
yeah,
Why is it seems no team is trying to buy Jackson. I don't know why there's
they
no team being serious in buying Jackson. Or
because our valuation of Jackson is out there. We've made it clear we want 80, which for me, I've said this 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it again anyway. Which is for me that reflects the fact that we're not looking to sell him. And I've told people a lot of times that if Jackson ends up leaving Chelsea, it'd be because he wants to leave, not because the club wants to sell him. We don't want to sell him because we know if he stays, he makes us stronger. It's as simple as that. But go ahead with what you were saying. The price, I think, the valuation is the issue.
no, Valuing Jackson at 8. Okay, I don't have much to say. But the thing is, Jackson staying back. We have Pedro. We have Dilab. I don't see how he will even have time. That time he need. I don't think he will have that time. To be
You,
sincere, I don't think that the only option, the best option for him now is to leave as a player. The best option for him now is to leave because
if I were
I
Jackson,
don't think that he
I'd
will have
push to
that.
leave too. If I were
Yeah.
Jackson, I'd push to
Yeah,
leave.
unless
Yeah,
he trusts himself that much that okay, yes, I want to compete and I can be able to compete
it
and I
doesn't
know
look
what
like
I'm made of or something like
he
that.
trusts himself that much. And here's the thing: if you remember, I don't know if you read that report from Fabrizio Romano, which did say something to the effect of Jackson wants to feel important. I think I remember.
You can't
Yeah,
you cannot say okay, want to feel important without bringing impact, making that impact.
yeah,
Before you feel important, before they will place that importance in you, you need to place such that big impact in the team before they will give you that statue you are looking at.
yeah.
So that's
Uh,
it.
yeah, Bobby, I don't know.
Jackson what? Jackson, I don't know.
Go ahead.
Oh, continue.
No. Go ahead. I was going to ask Bobby if he has anything else to add to that before we switch to the next topic. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Jackson. The only option for him. No, I wouldn't say the only option, but the best option for him now is okay to leave leave Chelsea because I don't think that he can be able to compete with Pedro and Dila because these people they are good. Pedro hardly miss chances like Jackson will always do. I don't think that he can compete with them. The best option for him now is to okay if any club comes, let him leave. That's just it. And Chelsea saying that at 80, I don't 60. If you see any club that gives you 60, 60 is okay for Jackson. If you ask me, if you ask me,
If
60
we're
is okay
selling
for
for
Jackson.
60, we'd be making if we're selling for 60 million pounds, we'd be making 30 million pounds plus. And here's the thing, the valuation is simply a message. We're not looking to sell him. If you want him, you'd have to pay a sizable fee. And the fact that we're referencing the fees that Liverpool paid for Ekitike, how much United, how much they paid for Benjamin Sheshko and all that. For me, look, the way I see it, Chelsea are not looking to sell Jackson, but they're not going to be on his way. Should he decide, as we've heard, he's decided he wants to leave. I mean, it's basically, yeah, goodbye.
Okay, then let's
Mm.
keep him though. Let's keep him. At least let him compete. It
There's
will be
still
a healthy
time.
competition in our team.
That he could still leave. And I've heard that he's open to joining Newcastle United, but I'm not sure whether Newcastle United whether they'd be willing to pay Chelsea's valuation to meet Chelsea's valuation of Nicolas Jackson. And Newcastle seem to be. It just seems as if they've decided to force Isaac to stay. It's becoming a bit messy there. But Bobby, I want to hear your thoughts. Again, we digressed. Nicholas Jackson, it's an important topic anyway. Your thoughts on the valuation? For me, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. I think it reflects the fact that Chelsea are looking to sell Nicholas Jackson, but not going to be on his way if interested clubs are willing to meet his the valuation. But go ahead, Bobby. All right, to be anything else you want to add? It looks like Bobby isn't close by. We're moving to the next topic, but I'll give the microphone back to those in the chat. And Christentas Saisi, thank you for once again for understanding what I explained, the reason why your comment messages were deleted. I be
I'm
saying
here.
okay,
Okay. Give him
go
a.
ahead.
I read IB's comments and then I'll call.
Okay. Well, feeling important on the team means stop sending him to train with the with the B squad. We didn't send him to train with the B squad. I think that only happened probably after he made it clear that he wants to leave. Because yeah, I that brings to mind actually. I think he's made it clear. He's told the club that he wants to leave. So yeah, then after that, I don't think it makes sense to allow him train with other member of the squad, other members of the squad. It just doesn't make sense. We didn't. I don't know, but to be honest, let's hear you.
Yeah, personally, I don't think Chelsea are trying to sell him. But again, since he said he would like to explore some moves and everything, I think Chelsea, okay, they say, okay, we have Delap, we have João Pedro, then you can explore your moves. But again, those market value that they are asking for him at the moment, I think it's a lot for other teams. So clearly, they're sending a message that look, bro, I don't want to sell you, but again, if you want to explore, you can explore. Overall, I think we should keep him. I just want to see him when he have competing at Chelsea. But at the same time, if he wants to leave, they should pay whatever we deserve because I think Nicolas Jackson is a good player, but in terms of finishing, I think you need to polish those aspects. But in terms of the player, I think he's a good player.
Yeah, and the fact that he trained separately shows that yeah, he told the club he wants to leave. I don't see a world where if he hadn't done that, they'd have him train independent or separately. If you get the point. But keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We still have 67 people following the show. We'll be rounding off soon, so that I can have a bit of time to participate. To be on the panel for Tobago. He did good for me. I was in Florida and he hosted a show. Him and Dante. I don't care about Dante if he's hearing. Um, all right. Well, feeling important on the team means stop sending him to train with the B squad. If you told me you want to leave, or if you tell me you want to leave, I'd do the same thing if I were the manager. It's really that simple. Maresca hasn't even put him on the bench. It's a two-way street. It's not. Listen, I think the treatment he's getting right now is because he's told the club he wants to leave. It's really that simple. I don't see a world where if he hadn't done that, he'd be asked to train separately. The club aren't sent. How can you go from number one to number three? Who said he's number three? I don't want. Listen, it's not. If he stays fine, if he lives fine, I've said that before. Here's thing, something I want to make clear. The club, yeah, not sent. I agree, but they haven't done anything wrong to him. We're doing what big clubs do. We're doing what clubs that want to win trophies what they do. You don't rely on a single individual. It's really that simple. You don't.
And coach,
Yeah.
just to add to that, right? Manchester City are about to sell their players. Sevino, which I think is a fantastic winger. But again, since you want to explore the move, they're letting him go. Okay, if you want to go, we're going to sell you and buy another one. Simple as that. They won't close the door because, oh man, we keep players that want to leave just for the sake of it. If you want to leave, I think the club are doing the right thing. Okay, you want to leave, you can leave, bro. But we need to get the exact amount that we want for you in order to leave. So at the end of the day, I don't think we are pushing Nicolas Jackson out. We haven't seen anything like that so far.
Yeah, and IB, you're sounding as if the club did something wrong to him. No, we're, once again, we're doing what big clubs do. We're doing what clubs that want to win trophies what they do. Let's say even if Jackson, if he had been more clinical and scored maybe twice as many goals that again he scored for Chelsea, it's still a risk to still have him as a sole striker at the club. Big clubs don't do that. It's a huge risk. Why do that? So the club did. Listen, just you're crying now for Jackson, IB, and that's exactly what you're doing, actually.
Oh my god. It's very hilarious for Jackson to think that Chelsea as a team will have only him as a striker.
No,
No, there is no way. The guy he was given as two seasons. 2 seasons, Jackson was a top scorer, a top striker. 2 seasons. If you are given such opportunity and you need to capitalize on it, but he didn't capitalize on it. And
Even at that, yeah, go ahead.
there's no way Chelsea as a top team. If you come to the if you come to Europe, Chelsea is one of the biggest team in Europe, and you don't expect them to have Jackson as their main striker, the only striker they have. There is no way. There is no way. And him thinking that okay, he's being relegated. No, there's nothing like that. If you want to fight, fight. And if you don't want to fight, okay, you want to leave, the door is open too for you to leave.
Look at
That's
what
just it.
happened when he
Nobody.
got injured. I get it. We had Mark Gui at the time, but his absence, we suffered a lot in his absence, irrespective of how bad anybody
Yes,
think he
yes,
was.
yes,
Yeah, we took the risk and we suffered because of it. We didn't sign
yes.
another you could say experienced striker. I know he's not the most experienced because he's still young. But look what happened the moment he got injured. So I don't think in what world does he think a big club like Chelsea, even Manchester United, it's a huge risk to have one established striker. You don't do that. And we had just him. So now he wants it to remain like that. No, if you're good enough, fight for your place, and if you prove that you should be starting over João Pedro and who else and the lab, then you start. It's as simple as that. Apologies for cutting you off, but this really does you could say make me angry. But let's hear you.
No, no, that's all I wanted to say because there's no way a big club like Chelsea will have only one striker, one player as their striker. No backup, no. At least now we have okay 2 or 3. If you want to fight, you fight. Win your place. If you don't want to fight, okay, the door is open too for you to leave. I know
Honest,
Maresca.
yeah.
Maresca is not a coach that treats players badly. He will give everybody a good playing field. If you perform well, he will use you. If you don't perform well, he will okay still treat you good as well. That's just it. If he performs well, fine. If he doesn't perform well, okay, fine for him. The door is always open for anybody that wants to leave to leave.
Yep, and I
That's
like
it.
it like that. We don't force you to stay. If you're not committed, yeah, bye, Felicia. It's really
Even
that simple.
when I remember when Hazard wanted to leave, the door was open for him to leave. He left. So that's it. No player is bigger than a team. No player is
No,
bigger than the club. Anytime that you feel okay, I'm not okay with the club, the door is always open for you to leave. So that's it.
players come, players go. It's really that simple. Press your screen for about a second to see like and comment options. To swipe up to go full screen. We're educating you on how to enjoy watching the vertical format stream. We're doing that because majority of a lot of again, a huge number of our subscribers found us through YouTube Shorts. So it's only fair that we stream in this format to cater for them. But we'll also start streaming in landscape format once the season starts because we'll be doing lineup prediction exercises and all that. But that's by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream. 26 likes, we can do a lot better than that. We still have 94 people following the show. If half of you um, likes the video, take some time to drop a like on the video, would have at least a 40 likes. Yes, people, please go and check out Teboho's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him grow. And we'll be streaming in a few minutes. Actually, he'll be starting in a few minutes, but usually it's important that he starts before we end this stream, because once we end this stream, you will be redirected to his show. And please take a second, just stop by. Even if you don't have the time to stay and be part of the conversation, you can stop by and drop a like on the video for him, so to help him garner more likes, which will in turn trigger the YouTube algorithm and force it to push this into more people who be interested in the topics he has lined up. Let's see. No, IP is crying for Dante's Wi-Fi. Dante probably busy, but he's not important anyway. Tabejo triggers the comment. People, go and subscribe to Tabejo's YouTube channel. Let's help him grow. Please, even if you don't have the time to stay around, drop a like on the video for him, and we'll be here and let him start a few minutes into it before we end this one. That way, he'd be live already before you'd be redirected to his show. Jay is here. Jay, nice to see you. AJ, aka the Belgium international that scored that winning goal for us the season we won the title under Antonio Conte. Mishi Bashwai, Batsman. Jay, nice to see you. No, but what I'm saying is a Club World Cup, Nico, not even on the bench, post suspension, but the lab gets a pass. It's it's a manager's way of letting him know it's we have multiple options right now. It's not just about you, and he didn't take it well. Nkunku got to play because yeah, he showed good attitude even when he wasn't playing. But in the case of Jackson, you could sense that he feels like he should be starting uh, again before he should be on the team sheet before anybody else. And with a manager like Maresca, I don't think that's a good thing. If he senses that you feel like that, he will drop you. So maybe that was the manager's way of sending them a message. Look, it is not just you. You'd have to do better to get a chance to play. And I'm all for it. But I could be wrong, but that's how I interpret the situation. Shea Wendy says, I know Jackson is average, but he cannot be third choice a striker. He cannot be on the bench continuously. It will unsettle the dressing room. It's a possibility, but here's the question I want to ask you. Nobody says he was going to be a third choice a striker. The manager will rotate. We have Champions League football, Premier League, Carabao Cup. I think one more. What's the other one? I can't actually differentiate which one is the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, maybe. But that's by the way. My point is, I think he just doesn't want to compete. He just wants to be the main guy. He just want to maybe the what Ty would say the main guy syndrome is the problem here. And at Chelsea, no, I don't think it makes sense for him to be the only striker we have at the club, in my opinion. And Jay is asking the question: did I see you disrespecting Michi Batshuayo on X under some comments? No, 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 no. I actually like Michi, and I don't give up on players easily. Missy actually is a good player, but it looks like he doesn't. What's the language I'm looking for? Not good at you could say implementing the manager's tactics. I think that's my what I sense must have been you could say his problem at Chelsea. All right, that's by the way. What else do we have here? This particular report. Yes, I think last night, a few days ago, we've been hearing that the yeah were one of the clubs interested in signing Donnarumma. Um, I've always known that he's not good on the ball, and it turns out numbers again. When I heard that we're one of the clubs interested in signing him, I compared his numbers to that of Robert Sanchez. Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper than him, and I'm not just gonna you before you come to think of it. He won the Champions League with PSG, the one League One, and I think one more trophy or two more. Actually, I can't quite remember. Why would they ditch him? Why aren't they trying to convince him to stay and offer him a new contract, a much improved contract? They signed another goalkeeper and made it clear that yeah, the new goalkeeper will become their number one goalkeeper. So if he doesn't work, if it's not Luis Enrique's choice of first choice goalkeeper, I don't think he'd be Maresca's first choice goalkeeper, and it's a good thing that we're not looking to sign him. So this particular report, quoting Fabrizio Romano, my brother Vince here, quoting Fabrizio Romano, he reads: Chelsea are not in active talks to sign Donnarumma despite links. He's not the target as Chelsea are happy with their goalkeepers. I'm just happy we're not signing him, honestly. I get it. He has good wingspan, but he's not that good in my opinion. But that's just me, especially the way we play. I don't think it'd be a good fit for us. the slight. He's just like this. In my opinion, under good pressure, he panics and makes some silly mistakes. But Tebeho, let's hear you. Donnarumma to Chelsea. I'm just happy we're not looking to sign him.
Yeah, personally, I don't rate this goalkeeper. So when I saw the links, I was kind of annoyed, but not upset because I knew Chelsea won't sign him because of those wages. But again, like you said right at the beginning of the stream, why PSG are shipping him out if he's not good, is if he's good enough. Clearly, they're fired up of him. They want to sell him right now. So why do we have to sign PSG reject? So yeah, man. And also, coach, I'm going to start right now. So you'll
Yeah, go
join
ahead.
me
Go. Yeah.
when you're done.
All right, go ahead. I'll join you. I think I'd have the time to be on the panel with you.
I honestly don't think Donnarumma's to Chelsea is going to happen. I,
Most likely United if he comes to the Premier League, right?
yeah, I mean not that I have any particular dislike for Donnarumma. He's probably a good goalkeeper, but I think these Chelsea ownership and the sporting directors are very focused on their project and their project goals and direction. And right now, they will stick with Rob Sanchez because they're working on Mike Penders in the background. I've been seeing videos of him at Strasbourg. He's doing well. I've noticed some mistakes he's made as well,
He
but
looks
that's the
comfortable on the ball. I think I did see that video too myself. Yeah.
yeah. I noticed the mistake he made where he went to claim the ball in the air, but he allowed the ball to go past the striker before it came to him. Little things like that he will learn, and he'll need to improve
Oh, Bobby
himself.
Holder, good observation. The cross, right?
Yeah, the cross. Yeah,
Again,
the
had
striker
yeah,
missed it.
he was lucky. The
Yeah,
striker didn't get it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's an excellent observation, Bobby, because he
That
should have gone for it and stop it from even
you
getting
should
to the
get it
striker, let
first.
alone
Yeah,
go beyond him before he caught it. Yeah, that was a mistake, but that's how he learns. I think if hopefully they'd watch the video and tell him that that shouldn't happen. But go ahead, Bobby.
yeah. That's why he's there. I'm not sure we'll do Donnarumma, to be honest. If any English side does, it probably would be Man United. The way they're spending money. I don't know. I don't know, but right now there are, maybe another Italian club will go in for him, like AC Milan, if they can afford it. But I don't know. I don't think Donnarumma to Chelsea is going to happen at all.
No, it wouldn't make sense. He's Bobby. He's awful on the ball, honestly. Um, yeah, but that's by the way.
Coachella,
Uh,
it seems his wage is high too.
yeah, very, very.
Maybe his
That's
wage is
also
high
another
too.
factor. Yeah, that's also
Uh-huh.
another factor. Very correct.
Yes, yes. I don't think Chelsea will get that. Will pay such amount for a
Yeah.
goalkeeper. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
so.
just wouldn't make
But
sense.
the keeper, Donnarumma is good. He's a good goalkeeper. Oh. He's a good
And
goalkeeper. To be sincere, I rate him though. I rate him. He's
here's
a
the
good
thing.
goalkeeper
I'll
because
start with I'll start with his ability on the ball. I don't trust him on the ball. He's awful on the ball, and Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper. And listen, can you, if you take your time to compare his numbers to that of Sanchez for the 24-25 season, even though he got it again, he did got the sticks for the strongest team in France. He still was awful in terms of shot stopping. But go ahead with what you were saying. I'm not saying he's bad.
yeah,
I'm just saying I'm just gonna stick with Sanchez is a better of the two
yeah,
goalkeepers.
yeah. I understand. I understand what you're saying, but the Donnarumma is not a bad goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper, but it depends on our own system of playing. As for Sanchez, Sanchez is he's improving, and I like him. I like him to stay. I like okay as we are working with him. He's okay for us at least. Yeah.
Yeah, Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper, honestly, and he's improved. And one thing, more importantly for me, in terms of high claims, he improved in that aspect, which helped us deal with set piece situations. We did struggle with that
And he
Started the
and
season
his
mid-season, but towards
and
the
his
end of the
distribution
season,
too.
he helped us a lot. Go ahead.
And his distribution too. He's improving on that too. His
Yeah, he
distribution, his
has. Yeah.
passes. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks a lot more confident than again on the ball than he did in the past. Which but he's good actually. Hopefully, I'd have to say since mid-season we're seeing less of again that his usual mistakes passing the ball straight up to the opponent. He's improved honestly. Dono is crap on what our coach needs. Yeah, exactly. And Volley, what a horror show by Mayon on his visit to Bridge. You could argue maybe he was nervous. How do I join? I'll send you the link in a bit. But once we end this show, you'll be redirected to his show immediately. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, Bobby, thank you for saying that. We don't need no centre back. Give Josh Archibald the chance, and he
Coach,
will be
just
our
before
best
I go,
CB at the end of the season. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yo,
just
yo.
before I go on my call, Coach, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do need to make a quick call, but I have to talk about Mike Mignon.
Yeah, go
Look,
ahead.
he's not a bad goalkeeper, but I can understand why Chelsea weren't, breaking their back to get him. I don't see much
No, he's
difference
not bad.
between
Yeah.
him and Sanchez. Okay, he's a bit more of a ball player, but he plays a risky game. And you do that in the Premier League, you know what's going to happen? The managers will study you and they will know when you do it and they'll tell their strikers to pounce at certain times and you get made a fool of. I think he's a risky keeper. He really is. He's a good goalkeeper. I don't take that away from him, but he's risky and that could cost you.
And it may have been, you could say, the mistakes may have been down to the fact he knows we want him. You know,
Sorry,
he's
what was that?
human. Donnarumma, that's you can say the back goalkeeping people. You say they won't let go. They've been talking about how he was crap on at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea versus AC Milan. Could have been down to the fact that he knows we're looking to sign him. It was more of an audition to him, in my opinion. But we were the much better side. We were had a lot of chances. When goalkeeper face chances, yeah, there are, you can say they'd make a few mistakes. That's how I want to see it. I don't blame him. I wouldn't, and I don't think it makes sense to judge him for that performance alone. That's just my opinion, honestly. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anybody else has anything else to say? We'll be rounding up soon so that we can go join Tabejo and support him.
Yeah. The only thing I want to say, what I want to add is, okay, we really need a defender. We really need a defender, an experienced defender, because to go into next season, we need a good defender to complement the ones we have already.
How about Gray?
Corway, Corway,
How about Gray?
um, it will, yeah, it will be a good one if you can get him. To be a good addition. Yeah, because defense wins you. Defense wins you trophies. Not just, okay, we are good. Okay, we have a champion. We have no. I don't think those people can give us what we want.
Mhm.
They can only, okay, learn from people that have experience. They don't just put all those kids in our defense and expect, okay, a phenomenon this thing defense. We need people that have experience in order to push us forward. That's just it. That's my fear.
All right, let's go news hunting and then we'll call it a day so we can go support Tabejo. And Mayor was not great. Yeah, as I said, he's human. Chances are added pressure given the fact that he knows we're looking to sign him and we could still go back in for him. He's human, irrespective of how long he's been in the game. Um, I mean, the game was at the breach. So here again, this particular report, Vince quoting Sky Deutschland, which says Dortmund are once again considering the move for Renato Veiga. I hope they don't say they're not looking for to get him on loan first before anything else. Let's see, is this new? This says Ishmael Ismail, is that how you pronounce that? Ismail Decore has been removed from Strasbourg's squad after refusing an offer of an extension from Strasbourg, while negotiations with Chelsea also own Bluco have so far been unsuccessful. Okay, they're not able to convince him to sign a new contract. So, yeah, if you're not going to sign, why keep you? Why waste our resources to develop you? So, anything new? Anything new? Nothing new. A few minutes. If you have any questions, drop it, and I'll try to ask it. I'll try to answer your questions, so to speak. And remember, the rule is that you don't ask a difficult question. If you do, I pretend I cannot see it. I'm just kidding anyway. But let's see if you have questions. Drop it in a live chat session. I'll try to address it. We will be going over to Tobejos in a few minutes to support him. All right, let me keep going. See if I see anything that we haven't addressed. What else do we have here? All right, a lot of opinions there. Cesar Spicetta could make his return to childhood club Osasuna this summer, according to Luca Bandoni. Good luck to him. Moises Caicedo here. This is more like okay. Moises Caicedo says I just want to start the season really, really well for sure. It will be an incredible and tough season also, because we know the Premier League is always tough, but we are going to do well. They all sound confident. Yep, they all sound confident. Even the captain himself, Moises Caicedo, on playing Champions League football. Blah blah blah. I don't want to read that. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be rounding up soon. All right, nothing new. I think we've addressed all these items. This one about Nicolas Jackson, we didn't address this particular report. Somehow I forgot to open it in the tab there. Senior sources at Stamford Bridge say that Nicolas Jackson will be integrated into Maresca's squad after the deadline if no transfer materializes. Chelsea are not desperate to sell him. I think we did discuss that at length. My opinion is that we're not looking to sell him. We want to keep him. And I've told people 1,000 times, if he ends up leaving Chelsea, it'd be because he wants to leave, not because Chelsea want to sell him. I think that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me on the panel, Abele. I appreciate that. Thank you to Bobby, our senior panelist here. I appreciate you. And thank you to Tobago. Thank you so much for joining. Bobby also joined in the chat there. I appreciate you. Jay, thank you for joining. Shay, Wendy Williams, I've shared the link to Tobago's YouTube channel with you. Jay, thank you. Who else do we have here? Who was here? IB, thank you for joining. Thank you for crying for Jackson. So emotional from you. Who else was here? This is Christentos Saisi. I like that name. I do. Gentle Joe, thank you for joining. And if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this. I'm still